hold up. Look, y'all, ain't the whole video. I just came on to tell y'all that we going up. 2022 going up that whole year. I'm a party like it's my last year. Period. Okay? Big things for the FTM brand. You know what I'm saying? Whole lot of stuff planned for the brand. I'm poor, didn't know it. So look, 101, what you doing? Subscribers, what are you doing? I need y'all to boost. Like, I don't understand at this point. Come on, man. Come on. Even if you gotta get your grandma to subscribe. Do that. But it's a little mini episode. So y'all stay tuned because I got something to talk to y'all about. Alright, so I know y'all think I neglected y'all because I really been posting more on my podcast platform than this one. But truth is, I told y'all. I do recall telling y'all that, you know what I'm saying, I was gonna start back posting on here on YouTube in 2022. However, right now I think I'm in the process of trying to rebrand everything. And I really want to change the name, but I'm not really too sure because it's kind of too late. I got FTO on my arm. It's too late to change the brand. So I don't know. I'm trying to, find some new stuff to do and I always want to, elevate and go higher and do newer things and just, evolve. So while I'm in that process of doing that, I want to talk to y'all about some brief stuff really fast to take y'all into the new year. Things that I've learned this year, things that I'm applying to my new year as well. So don't you go nowhere. Period. Don't go nowhere. So, all right, when we talk about a new year, we talk about new beginnings. And I know it's kind of cliche. You know what I'm saying? Everybody say, oh, new year, new me. Or new year, who this, or whatever, right? We have all these resolutions. And the thing is, I'm not even going to challenge y'all to make any resolutions. Because everybody knows, one time I said, I'm just going to stop listening to rap music this year. This year, I'm going to only, let my ears sob with, different genres and not rap. Rap has to go. I got up until my birthday, March, and all of that went down the drain. So, with that being said, we don't always follow our resolutions and the things, you know what I'm saying? Because we don't really take it serious. It's just something that we say on New Year's. But what I do want to challenge y'all to do is to think about this year. And I want you to really think about all the decisions, the choices, the things that you allowed, things that you did not allow. And ponder on that for a second. So as you're thinking about, this year, 2021, and you think about the things that you've promised yourself or, any affirmations you've made in your life, goals you've set. And think about, whether you did it or you didn't, the outcome of it. So I'm going to give you an example. Like, let's say if the beginning of 2021, you were just like, I want to save my money. I want to work on managing my money better so that, you know what I'm saying? I won't have to live paycheck to paycheck or whatever your affirmation was or whatever the goal you set at the beginning of 2021. I want you to think about that goal right now. And ask yourself, did you do it, first of all? And if you didn't, why? What stopped it? What stopped it? I'm going to tell y'all what stopped it. Inconsistency. We're not consistent enough. So my only challenge is not to change you. Not to tell you to make these affirmations and go make these drastic changes that, we know stuff don't really be realistic. Like, you know what I'm saying? And, the old saying is people don't really change until they want to. So, if you really want to change some things about yourself and you want a better year, think about all the things that you allowed in 2021. And I dare you. That's the challenge. I dare you to move into 2022. What? 22. Move into 2022 a little different. So however you moved in 2021, move the next year a little different. You know what I'm saying? Like change it up, switch it up, and see different results. I was told by an old lady that only a fool expects a different result if they apply the same type of pressure. She didn't say that, but I just reworded it. You get what I'm saying? I could tell y'all 3 lessons that I've learned in 2021. I like to dissect my entire year into chapters of the different lessons that God has taught me from January to December. I would say the first half of the year, to be honest, maybe the first 4 months of the year, God was teaching me patience. I think a lot of things that happened or a lot of things that I wanted to happen, I was just ready for it. And I rushed into a lot of things and a lot of decision making. I just did it like that. Instead of waiting on him and waiting on his answer and waiting on him to lead, I took it and matter in my own hands. So, yeah. I would say the middle of the year was my humbling stage. I think that lesson was being like humbleness. Like, because the beginning of the year, you know, I was trying to do things on my own. I was not being patient. I wasn't waiting on God. I was just trying to move. And when everything that I was trying to move slipped away from me or failed, or, you know, whatever slipped out of my hands, I had no choice but to be humble. And I had to turn around to God and be like, God, I'm sorry. I tried to do it on my own. You know what I'm saying? I would never do this again. I can't do it without you. So I would say the second part of 2021, the middle, really was the lesson of like humbleness and how to be humble and understand that patience is really the key behind every blessing. And now that we're at the end of the year, I'm still in this lesson right now. But I actually think it's like I'm kind of conflicted. I don't know if God is trying to teach me value or worth, but I think they kind of go hand in hand. So I would just say, you know, the end of the year is really teaching me self-love and how to value myself. You know, I thought about this the other night. You know, I try so hard to get people to love me and see me and see the blessing or, you know, the anointing in me, that sometimes what you really need is to see yourself. So going out of your way to make other people see you and notice that you are a blessing and all of that. If you love yourself 10 times harder than what you're asking other people to do, then just imagine the joy that will reside in your heart. So this right now, the journey I'm on is really self-love, self-worth, self-value. Pretty much everything that I just named is going with me in 2022. And I understand, you know, I know God is going to teach me more lessons along the way. But from January to December, you know, all the way down from patience, humbleness, and self-worth, all of those things, I'm going to apply that in 2022. And, you know, people say all the time, like, you know, it's either a blessing or a lesson. Actually, I feel like that's both, because, you know, the blessing in it is that you're going to move differently. You won't end up in the same position. You learn from it. That's the lesson. So apply it. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, you know, every year it's a study guide for the next year. So you study that. You study the things that you wish you would have done and you didn't do, or you did wrong, or whatever it is, and you just apply it. You know what I'm saying? You can't go into, you know, something new doing the same old thing. You can't take old stuff into the new. It doesn't work like that. You got to constantly evolve. And like, if you feel yourself getting comfortable, get really uncomfortable, because it's the only way that you're going to constantly move. I won't even say I just changed a whole lot. You know, I'm not going to be, you know, unrealistic, but I will say this. My mental has been, you know, evolving. You know, a lot of people make analyzing a bad thing. Like, if you tell somebody you overthink, which I do talk about overthinking a lot on my platforms because it's one of the things that I struggle with, right? But when people talk about, you know, analyzing and overthinking, they shine a bad light on it like it's just a bad thing. Truth is, it's not really a bad thing. It's just too much of anything is bad. So if you're a thinker, you're an analyzer, there's nothing wrong with that. Exercise your brain. Think about stuff. You know, a lot of people just move. They just react without thinking. So if you're a thinker, that's a good thing. Like, don't let nobody take that from you and make you feel bad about it. However, I've learned to control it now. I've kind of stepped in front of it, and I think that's the only thing I was striving to do, was to be in control of my mind and not let it wander and run away with me, because that led me. That's the last thing I'm gonna say before I get off for y'all. Like, look, God tells us different things. God don't tell us all the same things. Okay, so what he's telling you to do may be different than what he's telling somebody else to do. What God is putting on your heart to change about yourself may be different than somebody else. So just because you're changing a certain part, do not make the next person feel bad because they're doing that. Everybody has their own walk, their own path with God. Okay, so as long as you're worried about your salvation and you worried about, you know, your sins not getting you in, you ain't got no time on your watch to be worried about the next person. I love y'all for watching. Thank you for tuning in. And I'll be back more and more with 2022. Big ups. And make sure y'all, you know, check out my podcast or whatever. Not you, mama. Please don't. I love y'all. We're out. Life Coach Lynn signing out. No title to this video. I just did it. Mwah.